Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Hope well, hope you're enjoying our weekend and obviously staying safe this weekend. It's a bit miserable, so if you are going out, wrap up warm, bring some cover, whatever you need to do. We'll be talking a little bit about tomorrow's fixture with Leicester, talking about what we can look to expect, what players we look to see, and I'm just sort of a general feeling about the summer so far and what needs to happen from here. Just my general views, basically. So let's jump straight in. So if you're not aware, we've got our second pre-season friendly tomorrow at 11 a.m. versus Leicester. That will be in Bangkok now. So we've obviously moved away from Perth, Australia, and now in Bangkok, Thailand. So talking a little bit about some team news first, some injury news and what have you. So obviously we know we won't be seeing Harvey Barnes for Leicester. He's basically off to Newcastle. And we also look like we won't be seeing Samari as well. So sort of looking at different sources, they reckon the starting 11 for Leicester would be Iverson in goal, James Justin, Faze, Connor Cody, which, by the way, what a player to have in the Championship, Connor Cody. Timothy Castagna, Dewsbury Hall, Winks, Ndidi, Albrighton, Vardy, Iheanacho. That's too good to be in the Championship, that team, really. I think when you look at the three teams that went down this summer, you're looking at Leeds, Leicester, and for the life of me, the last one's escaping me, Southampton. All three teams really haven't gotten rid of a bulk of players. Maybe that might change leading into the back end of this window, but on the face of things, it wouldn't even shock me if all three teams came straight back up. The squads they have, the players they have, there's some good players in their teams. Obviously, we'll be playing against Winks. So Winks will be playing against Spurs. I don't think anyone... I mean, look, when we sold him to Leicester, I wasn't really thinking about, how quickly will he come back to play against Spurs? So already that's happening. I think it's a good test. I think they're early on in their pre-season as well. I think they've played one training ground fixture on Wednesday, which they won. So it's another good test. Another good test of a English... Championship team, Premier League team, if you know what I mean. We've obviously know them quite well. They know us quite well. It'll be a good test. It really will be. It's a good string to the bow to have going into the rest of our pre-season. For Spurs, the players that we're missing will be, none of these will be really that shocking. Bentancur with injury, Fraser Forster, Brian Hill, Troy Parrott, Sessegnon and Lloris. None of those are shocking. We've got a few doubts, which are obviously Heung-min Son, Ndombele, Eric Dyer, Joe Rodon, and Jed Spence. So players that we didn't really see against West Ham is the players that they reckon we probably won't really see much of this game. In terms of their predicted 11, they'll have Vicario in goal, Porro at right back, Romero, Davies, Reguilon, Skip, Basuma, Kulusevski, Maddison, Richarlison, Kane. After sort of watching the West Ham game, I'd like to see a few changes to that team, really. I don't mind seeing Davies in there. For me, I would like to see... let's see Destiny Udogie be the left back and see him from minute one and see how he goes. It'd be good to see sort of Richarlison on the left, Kulusevski on the right, and obviously came through the centre. Richarlison obviously came to the Premier League to play for Watford as a left midfielder, so it's a natural position for him. So I would like to see that a bit more. I think actually last season we saw flashes of it working really well and with Kane, but we had this phobia of never dropping Son, even though he was bang out of form, and never playing Richarlison, your record signing. So slight worry there. But anyway, yeah, I think it'd be good to see Porro a little bit more tomorrow. It'd be good to see a little bit of Destiny Udogie for me. I do want to see what he can really bring in a team where, in theory, we should be on the front foot tomorrow massively. We should be the dominant team, should be playing out from the back, playing through their team, into Kane, into the forward three. I'd love to see Udogie in a Porro situation where we see, look, if we're playing against teams in the Premier League who are maybe towards the bottom of the league, who are struggling, who might sit back a little bit, what do we have an offer other than your Kane, your Sons, and your Maddisons? What do the fullbacks really possess? We know Porro can attack quite well, but let's see a Destiny Udogie. And I want to see him from the start. I know what I get in Reguilon. I'm not blown away by it. I want to see Destiny. In terms of the midfield, I'd love to see Maddison a bit more. Obviously, I know it's a Maddison versus Winks tussle tomorrow. I'd like to see a little bit more of him getting on the ball a bit more. I think that's something we maybe missed from the West Ham game. I mean, look, they say Skip's going to be starting. I'd like to see Papa Matasar maybe instead, mix it up a little bit, drop a few players. If Lo Celso's there, maybe give Lo Celso a run up from the start and say, look, let's see what you can do from the start against fresher players. Most likely they're starting 11 because we've also got a big squad. Postecoglou wants to see what Lo Celso has to offer, as well as obviously Ndombele. Well, let's see it from the start. I think we know what we get from Skip. It's all right. Doesn't do anything really amazingly well. Not going to blow your socks off. We'll play Lo Celso. Lo Celso has the ability to blow your socks off. It has his moments. I'd like to see him a little bit more of him personally, especially it gives Postecoglou a chance to kind of make the decision on him. Do we sell? Do we keep? Play him from the start. Play him against Leicester's best, and we'll see. We'll know early doors. In terms of what we hope to see from actually the team going forward for tomorrow, I think a little bit similar to the West Ham game. With West Ham, wasn't too sure about what you would see. I mean, let's be frank. You can sit here and you can say that you watch Celtic every week and, you expect, X, Y and Z from the team. You got different style of players playing at Celtic, different levels of competition playing at Celtic. That's no offence to any Scottish team or what have you. But what I would say is it'd be interesting to see what happens fullbacks wise. Do they tuck in a bit more into more of a central style, let the wingers have a bit more space? I don't know. Do we see Maddison being a more forward-thinking midfielder? Going from maybe a 4-3-3 into maybe a 4-2-3-1. Because obviously we have that ability in this system to be very fluid with what we're going to do. But I think the most important thing would be the link-up between Maddison, Kane, Maddison and Ritchie, and a Maddison and Kulusevski to really unlock their ability to get them into space and then running at defenders. Will we see it? Hopefully. I'm going to say yes as an optimist. As a pessimist, as a Spurs fan, obviously you say no. But I think it'd be interesting to see Destiny getting some minutes. Porro and Destiny, because it looks like they'll be the main two, in theory, of our fullbacks this year. So watching from the start how attacking this team can really be. Ben Davies at centre-half, no issues with that. He's always going to be an all right player, 6 out of 10, nothing going to blow your socks off there. Again, I think West Ham highlighted the need for 2 centre-halves and 2 starting quality centre-halves as well. It doesn't mean they're going to start every week, both of them or what have you, but it did highlight it. And I think we've gone a whole week this week of not really having any real substantial news on Tapsoba or Mickey van der Ven, which is a worry. I thought they'd be there for Australia. I would have hoped and expected them to be there for Thailand. And we're sitting here right now with no real progressions on either of those deals. We know we've agreed contracts. The contracts aren't an issue. It's with the clubs. And I don't know if we're trying to play them off against one another to get a cheaper deal. But I don't want the idea to be Longley or Phillips being the 2 centre-backs that we go, there we go. Well, there's one of your centre-backs. Who else do you want? Do you want that Van der Ven? He's quite cheap. He's a lot cheaper than that Tapsoba. He's really good. Yeah, no, you love him. Yeah, no. I'd be like, yeah, no, Van der Ven's great. I do want him. But that Tapsoba guy, if I was Postecoglou, I've been saying both of them. I'll have them both, please. Thank you very much. If we're going to be looking to sell Davinson Sanchez, who's got a bit of a market, and I always say it every time, but every single time I say that, someone else then reports that actually another team's gone in there. We've got like a 5 or 6 man team auction for Davinson Sanchez, hence why that's taking a little bit longer. And actually, I was speaking to someone this week, and they were saying, God, isn't it a bit mental watching Davinson Sanchez play at the back with competence and actually linking up 1-2s? I said, it's funny what coaching can do to a person. But anyway, we've got more news coming out a little bit later around chances in and chances out. There's a couple of those that I told you so kind of situations. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. That's the end of the Leicester match preview. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Obviously, comment in the comment section below what you're expecting from the game tomorrow. Who you most looking forward to see? If you say Harry Kane, I know you're a bit boring. I'm only joking. Don't get your knickers in a twist. But let me know who you're excited to see. Maybe it is Destiny Udogie. Maybe it is Oliver Skip. Maybe it's Lo Celso. Maybe it's Vicario. I don't know who it is. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, lads.